Wow, there's a lot of stuff that's happened here. Wait. Good relations. What's this now? Well, that's just not true. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Yada. What were the 2 million francs spent? Jesus, 2 million francs! Who is he, the king? Well, we killed the last one. Okay. People and the revolutionaries want his head, and aristocrats want him alive. I take it he's an aristocrat then. The Favres. Where are your troops? From what direction will they enter Paris? I should like to be employed among them. Okay. And he's accused of helping the monarchy, fraud, theft and treason. We don't get many murderers coming through here anymore, do we? The Marquis de Favres is a 48-year-old aristocrat, former soldier and currently a political activist sympathizing with the monarchy. All sympathists of the monarchy must die. After he left the army, he married and started travelling across Europe with his wife. But during that journey, he both fulfilled himself politically and supported his wife. He returned to Paris in 1789 and took part in a conspiracy that was supposed to put an end to the revolution. The Favres showed poor judgment when he decided to confide in his former comrades, who betrayed him and informed the authorities of the plan. The Favres is suspected of playing a huge part in Citizen Capet's escape from France. The plotters asked him to take out a loan of 2 million francs, which would have covered all the expenses of Citizen Capet and his family on their way out of France. If everything had gone according to plan, 20,000 soldiers would have entered the capital city with orders to kill 3 political leaders: Finance Minister Jacques Necker, the Mayor of Paris, Jean-Sylvain Bailly, and Commander-in-Chief of the Parisian National Guard, Francois Henri. Oh, we can't have that. The next step was to block food supplies from entering the city. The Favres and his wife have been detained and accused of plotting against the people of France and the revolution, and will likely be sentenced to the guillotine. The Count of Provence has denied knowing any connection with them, except for the letter. Yeah? Let's get these questions. See. 7 questions, 1 trap. Okay. That's an accusation. Letter is evidence. Supporting his wife is not motive. It's not an accusation. It's not counter-revolutionary to support your wife. Now this is counter-revolutionary. Former soldier is personality. Conspiracy is counter-revolutionary. Return to Paris. Oh, I can only pick one. Wait, what? God damn it! Defendant's wife. Huzzah! Okay, let's start this. Please introduce yourself. I am Thomas Mayhe, Marquis de Favres. Marquis de Favres. Let's just call him the accused. You have been accused of taking an active part in a plot against the people of France. I fail to understand how any of the deeds I am accused of would harm the people of France. You wanted to re-establish the fallen monarchy that brought us exploitation, hunger, and misery. That's right. We have strong evidence, testimonies of your officers clearly showing that you wanted to abolish the revolution. Please, tell me everything about that strong evidence you had against me. How brazen! Let's begin then. The evidence we have against you. Why did you take such a huge amount of money? What do you need that for? I withdrew it at the request of my superior, the Count of Provence. As for its intended purpose, I would not dare to ask. No one asks anymore. Are you all just doers? You don't ask when you're told to do strange things? Exactly. How can you borrow so much money for another person and not even question its purpose? An obvious lie. That information would be required to get such a loan. We aristocrats treat each other with respect and discretion. Would not understand. Mockery. Two of your accused officers testified that the money would be used to aid Citizen Compet and his family in their escape from France. Why did you tell them that? You should ask what the reason for their testimony is. I agree there is a plot, but one against me, not the revolution. A traitor is trying to talk his way out of it. What do you think of the revolution then? Everyone knows that the state desperately needed reforms, but the violence? An unexpected and brutal assault on the royal family should be called revenge, not a revolution. So, you are against the revolution, yes? I am merely disappointed by its course. As a former soldier, I can tell you that violence in war will always result in more hatred and more violence. Yet you were still preparing to forcefully capture the city. That has not been proven. If they hadn't caught him, the streets of Paris would be covered in blood. Nonsense! What are you people talking about? Calm down, Marquis de Favre. Your attitude towards revolution makes you a traitor to the state in the eyes of the people. I am saddened to hear that a few words of half-truth are enough to call someone traitor and sentence him to death. Not sentenced to death yet. Tell me, let's move on to something else. Why did you end your military career? I married. That was the only reason. Many military men have wives, and it does not seem to be a problem for them. My wife was scared for my life, and she convinced me that I had already done enough for my country. Yeah, serving Capet and his cronies. They didn't use the word cronies back then, did they? What's that got to do with anything? That's just making him seem nicer. Who is this mysterious M. de Foucault? Who wrote you the letter concerning your troops? I do not know that person. Anyone could write a letter to me and make up the contents regarding any matter they saw fit. Did that random letter from an unknown person not concern you? It is gibberish! An honest citizen would have shown it to the authorities. It never occurred to me. I do not have the slightest inkling what that person was writing about. Not about the troops that were supposed to enter Paris and end the revolution after the successful rescue of Citizen Capet. There are no troops currently under my command, and that letter and the accusation of me sending troops to Paris are both serious misunderstandings. Who else then? He's a dog on the Bourbon's leash. Tell me, would 2 million francs be enough to hire 30,000 foot soldiers? It would be more than enough. Call in witness Louis de Rabon. Please introduce yourself. My name is Louis Stanislas Xavier de Brabant. I am the Count of Provence and brother to Louis Capet. There you have it, the traitor's brother. Well, calm down. You didn't call him king, you called him Capet, as he rightfully should. Describe your relationship with your brother. What's that got to do with it? Well, what do you know about the plot involving the Marquis de Fabre? The Marquis. What do you know about the plot involving the Marquis? The bankers Smallet and Sartorius informed me that the Marquis was negotiating a loan of 2 million francs. Did they tell you the reason behind this loan? They did not. I did not ask. I am not one to pry. Were you somehow involved? I learned about the loan only because Scormel and Sartorius are my close friends. Allow me to repeat what I have already told the Paris Commune. I was not involved in the Marquis' plot. If you find him guilty, then he should be sentenced to prevent him from harming the revolution that I wholeheartedly agree with. I see. Not looking good for you. And I see no point in asking these questions. They're not gonna tell me anything. I think no one's going to confess to their crime, and everyone is counter-revolutionary at this point. That's what I've found. It didn't say. Maybe I do have to ask about his wife What is your wife's profession? She's not doing anything in particular at the moment. Back in Austria, her home, she had attempted to involve herself in politics. With what results? Mediocre, obviously. Since we decided to return to France. There's nothing obvious about that. You could have been successful and returned as spies for an enemy state. You may interpret it however you wish, especially if you enjoy bedtime stories. Ooh, burn. What countries did you and your wife visit during your trip across Europe? Poland, or what was left of it? Austria, Hungary. What made you choose those countries? Were you trying to make Catholic alliances for Citizen Capet? We were looking for charming sceneries and good food. Who did you meet during your missions? Missions? What missions? He had conversations with hundreds of people, and I will not list all of them here. Of course not, he's no snitch. Well, I've run out of questions, and I still didn't find out what was that spent on? I'm just gonna say that because that's what the people want to hear. And I think I'll send him to prison because lack of evidence, you know? I have no real hard. I've noticed a lot of these cases I have no real hard evidence. I think I'm going to be playing this game more for the strategy and the intrigue involved between cases than the actual cases, because although the story is interesting, yeah, like I like the story in each of the cases, they feel samey. I sentence Thomas de Merhe, Marquis, to prison. Take him away. No, no, no. Enemies of the revolution should be beheaded. The judge has lost his mind. Oh, quiet. Oh. It's raining, it's a dark alley. I'm Batman. Uh-oh. Wait, that's not me, is it? Is that me? Oh, wow.
Why? Tell me. What have you done? You. Why are you making me suffer?
Sleep. I'm by your side.
Who are you? I do not want to sleep. Not yet. I remember now. I have a family. Where are you? The one who makes me suffer.
Ta-ta!